Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Let's Play King's Bounty Crossworlds with no fair fight. We're trying to find our way home, which is not that easy, because there's a lot of enemies on the way. This guy might be nearly blind, but the butterfly, or no butterfly, a dragonfly that is coming for us is certainly not. This guy's not blind. This guy's not blind. They're all after us. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Everyone wants his piece of us. Although I really like that flag. Maybe we can grab it if we use everything in time. The problem is the mages up there. These are rune mages, by the way. These are the red version, not the blue version. The blue version is a lot smaller, a lot less difficult than the others are. Where is our ship? I hope I remember where I parked my ship. But it looks good. Remember, we have the queen, or the future queen, on board, and we should try to ping her home ASAP, because there is again a lot of experience in that. Do all the quests you can before fighting. Get some snake eggs, and if you just sell them, that is okay as well. Okay, nothing here, nothing there, nothing anywhere. Let's go to the castle and deliver. And the Countess of El Prusco tells you to know each other as children. I hope we brought the right lady to the right guy. Yes, Your Majesty. Oh yeah, he's totally happy. Not that much experience, but coin and crystals. That's okay. I thought he could have given us a little bit more than that. But hey, he has to wage war, so who are we to complain? Coin is coin. And funnily enough, she can give us a new quest. Oh, look at that. There is an item for mind runes, an item for magic runes, and an item for might runes. And you have to fight 50 battles with each of them, and then you get it. The point is, you should have all 3 items at one time, because getting 15 battles done takes a lot of time. This spell is especially good for armies with pirates and robbers, and there are a lot of items that work very, very well with that. Countess Anaya tells us that there was a plot, and she wants us to help. Why should he kill the king? To get more power and money. Well, that's quite obvious. But she says that is not the reason why Dominion toppled the king. She says there is another reason. She has been gathering information all over time, and she thinks that the reason all of that happened is, of course, of a lady. And that is a lady called Sultana of Dominion. A low birth, maybe that's what angers the Countess, but you cannot buy good breeding, so she thinks that someone is of lower birth in her eyes is, well, bad breeding. That's nice to know. By the way, we have a very revealing outfit, I just noticed that. Whatever. She wants our help with that. And by help, she means getting rid of her, or, well, getting her out of the way, that is. Not sure we're working for the good guys here, but what can you do? So she says that the other lady tried to seduce the king, and as that didn't work, she put her charms onto Dominion. And she will stop at nothing to achieve that. And so she thinks that her death will be a strong blow for poor Dominion. And do we actually believe that? We don't know. It's a quest. We get points, so we don't ask questions. We're here for getting more out of it. So we'll take the rest. Although I think we cannot do the quest right now because it involves fighting, and we're not really in fighting style. I mean, look at us. We're just using our base sword. So the question is, what else is there to do? We ask him for a mission, and that is basically kill, I think it is a monster of some sorts. I think it's the Beholder, and we get the 3 mind runes. There is no quest here, but they sell the dragon teeth. If you got 5 of them, you get the dragon bracelet, which will help you kill dragon, if I remember that right. But it's 5,000 each, so yeah, 25,000 for that. He's got a quest for us, and we'll take it. Slaying the monster should be no big task. 3 magic crystals, but all the quests here are not that strong, and they're all not that well paid. But for starters, it's okay. Maybe I waited a little bit too long to get all the quests done, because you're not getting a lot of experience for your pet if your army is too strong. And we're basically okay, because we're starting to transition our army into a training army. Remember, this will not be a fighting army, it will be a training army. We buy, of course, the shovel, because 1 more chest an object, and that is always good. Because every chest could theoretically include a mind rune, a might rune, or a magic rune, and that is absolutely gorgeous. We don't want to fight, but of course we want to get all the chests that are in the area for the achievement. Ooh, 2 might runes. Great work, sir. We haven't digged out the treasure chest here, because before you start digging, you should be in the possession of at least 1 pirate, because that is 10% more gold. Everyone here is extremely fearful of us, which is okay. Another rune for free. Beautiful. That's okay with us. So the question is, where are the? I think we try to take all the quests that we can get here: catching spies, killing monsters, taking out thieves. It's actually quite funny quests all the way. Because even though you live in a monarchy, you cannot just take the thief down. But you will learn that quest later. There must be a chest here somewhere. Remember, you can see the chest if there is some golden light sparkling to the top. Such a column of light indicates that there is a chest. At the moment we have too little mana. 29 mana is not suitable for a mage to do his job. We should not get too close to that guy, because we do not want to initiate fighting right now. Because if we start fighting, we have to train Willy. And if we want to train Willy, well, we'll need certain things, which is rage. How do you get rage? Well, by killing enemies. The problem is all the enemies here are too fragile. They will just die off without giving us any rage. How can we get rage? We buy a certain troop choice that you can see at the monitor right now. But more to that later. And that will enable us to get the rage in every battle that we need. These guys fear us. Everyone here fears us because we're so strong, so we can take everything plus 3 rage. It would be better if we plus 3 mana, but well, such is life. Nothing we need here except for Dispel. Dispel is an absolutely crucial spell for everyone. I don't care if you're a mage, a paladin, or a fighter, you should have Dispel, because there's so many stuff like fear and poison damage and burning and all that you absolutely have to get rid of immediately, because it can do more damage than the initial attack. Way more damage than the initial attack, actually. Let's see what we can do here. This guy's after us. Nothing we can do here, because he's still aggressive for some reason, even though we have 1 black dragon, 1 red dragon, and 2 bone dragons. The guy is still aggressive on us, which is really strange. But we can control 2 red dragons now, so he should basically run, shouldn't he? Well, who knows? So, we're still collecting everything we can. And here comes my son.
Yes.
So, as you might notice, this is a re-recording because the voice recording wasn't alright, so we're just redoing that. So we're not really guiding anything in the moment. My son might be a little bit confused. There is a mission we need here, and that is to acquire the Stone of Hope. There is no sound because the sound was damaged, Billy. And this is a quest that is very important because, for one, you will get additional leadership, and you will get more items on the island if you get the quest done. We want to go through and get ourselves... Oh, look at that. They're weak. That means they will attack you still, because only very weak means that they will flee from you. Weak still means they attack you. This guy gives you 2 runes of your choice. 2 red, 2 blue, or 2 green. We take 2 red ones because, well... As a mage, we have no problems getting blue runes, but we have big problems getting red or green runes. We have the high magic now, or higher magic, which allows us to cast 2 spells for 6 turns in a row per turn, and that is absolutely essential for training our casting skills. The question is, what else do we buy? We have to buy order magic in order to cast blue spells. I personally like the green spell, the disorientation spells more. Oh, look at that, he got aggressive. And dragonflies tend to follow you a lot and a long way. I'm still looking for treasure, but nothing there. These guys should flee. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Additional leadership on the way. Take the flag, 18 leadership. Remember that depending on the island, the color does not tell you how much leadership it is. Only that on the same island, blue gives less than green and red gives more than green. So that is an indicator. But for example, if you're on Dersu, on the Orc Island, and you get, for example, a green flag, it will not give you 18 leadership, it will give you actually 90 or something like that. So that's quite different. You can get a lot of leadership from flags, more than you can get from level ups if you are a mage. We're still hoping for more treasure, but there's nothing here. Some crystals, that's okay with us. Gold! Never forget, take your pirate with you at all times, because only with a pirate you get the 10% more. It doesn't have to be a normal pirate, could be a sea dog as well, that counts as pirate. He just needs the ability treasure hunter, I think it's called, or something like that. Rune. Yes, magic rune, very, very useful. Haste spells, depends. This guy will be fleeing from us anyway. We don't have to grab everything here, because as soon as we have our training army, we will clear the place out anyway.
There! In there.
Well, Willie is still thinking I'm guiding, but actually I'm just re-recording the voice, because I've already made the recording. So I don't have to steer anything. I normally prefer not to do that, but to play and talk while playing, although I might be sounding a little bit confusing. Well, I do that even now, and I'm not playing. Remember, if you build the robber pirate army, there's some items that are very, very good, but they have their own will and they will get out of control very, very fast. So... And the pirates and robbers themselves, they're not that powerful as a force. So just be aware of that. It sounds great and they have great stats, they get a lot of boosts, but in the end they're still pirates and marauders, so don't expect them to beat up dragons unless you have an incredible number of them. We're giving back this guy the fish permit. And so he's able to sell us even more devilfish. The devilfish count as mariners, and some of the items that works on pirates work as well on the devilfish, but I totally never have a big liking for the devilfish.
I don't too.
Willie doesn't like them that much too. That, by the way, is the spy, but we'll come to that guy later. If you drop out of your boat too close to an enemy, he will not have the ability to flee. So don't do that here, and don't do that in an area where you're expecting a fight, because you might not have time to evade either. We should totally go for order magic, but they're good order magic spells. I think this spell is an order magic spell, and that is one of the most important spells around.
Well, 0 red runes.
Red runes? So this, for example, gives +1 speed morale to devilfish, pirates, everything that lives on the sea he basically, or is some kind of criminal, he gives a bonus to. And I really like building armies around that. However, they do not make that great training armies because of the lack of speed, even with him. And they're very susceptible to ranged fighters and first strike fighters. And you will have problems winning fights without losses if you're using marauders and pirates, because they die very easily. Not to mention robbers. We'll have to sell some scrolls to make room, because at the moment we have 72 spells, 72 scrolls, and can carry 17. So we cannot buy any more skills. You can find more, but you cannot buy more, because you can only buy spells if there is room in your spellbook. So, we should start selling spells. In my personal opinion, you should try to keep the spells that either create troops, like Demon Portal. If we had the space, we would have kept the spell. And you should try to keep spells that give you bonuses to magic, or, for example, traps. Everything that summons something to the battlefield is welcome. Everything that stops the enemy or works without spell power, so to speak, without you having to cast, because all the spells will only be cast on first level. So, for example, healing is pretty much useless as a scroll, because it will only be cast on lowest level. Same goes for resurrection or anything like that. But fill of energy will always give your unit 1 more movement point, so that's great. Force of nature, although it's of course better if you cast it on higher levels, will still give you troops on the battlefield that will keep the enemy occupied. So they're not there for the fighting power, they're just there to in the nick of time, help you out. The Wandering Magic scrolls should be used with absolute care and should not be sold unless you're really, really desperate for money. We still have 27 scrolls where we can only carry 17. And I think for the next mission we'll need some room in the spellbook. So we really, really have to sell some spells. The question is what? What can we sell? Well, we could learn order magic and then simply learn the spells. That should make the room that we need. Look at that. Look at that. There goes the spellbook. There is the room we need. Excellent. And now we have only 10 scrolls and can keep 17. So that's pretty much perfect. We still have the Fill of Energy, and I think we have the Demon Gate spells, so we're fine. Not perfect, but fine. Look at this ton, plus 10% critical. It's a shame because you've got so good items for extra experience. But later on, it's not the experience later on, there's some fights that you simply have to win. And that is where this tongue comes in, together with some other items. They're very expensive though, so be careful. You might not have the money to buy them, and demon troops are not cheap either. The question is where to go next. I think we should go to Bolo to get ourselves the Amulet of Illumination, which will give us leadership and some other stuff. Well, that's it for today. We'll see each other next time. Bye!